can see now that of 2.9 million degenerates, as they say, or people that are members of the subreddit, about a fourth of those are presently online, and the discussions are deep. You can see that there's 46,000 comments on something that was posted 4 hours ago, which is quite a lot. And the reason is that, yeah, GameStop is now at 319, and that is way higher than it was yesterday. So essentially it doubled and then doubled and then doubled. So the narrative on this is that it's a stock that a lot of the people of WallStreetBets like. Oh, okay, so it jumped up 300, but now it's down a little bit. But you can see the spike here over just from, I guess it would be Tuesday, and then last night it went from 148, and then I guess right when it opened, I think, yeah, that's what I read. It hit a high of, oh my gosh, yeah, 354. So there's a few factors at play here. They come down to, there's the meme on here of, we like this stock. That's, been used in a few memes that I'll show you in a sec. But what it comes down to essentially is that there's also a significant short interest by some hedge funds, and more so than the float, which is an enormous amount. So people understand that when you're in a short squeeze situation where, like Melvin Capital, are telling people that they're not going to, or they close the position, or kind of hinting at that, they will have to buy it back eventually, because already I think I read that their total earnings for the year are significantly impacted by this, to the tune of, I think they're like down 30% or something, where they're really negatively impacted, and they have significant holdings. So one tactic that people are doing, because a lot of people are negative on short sellers in general, because they lower the value of a company, which adversely affects people that work for that company, and people are saying that it's not American to short sell. But this guy makes a good point that when you hold your shares of GameStop or whatever, if it's in a margin account, where a lot of broker dealers, it'll automatically be able to be lent out. That's the default. And the reason is that the brokers can charge interest on that, just the fact that people are holding shares with them. So when people take a short position, a lot of times on those shares, the brokers can cash now like 10%, 20%, or even more on the value of those those shares. So that's an extremely lucrative way for brokerages to make money. So yeah, Max Keller here talks about how you can actually message your broker and tell them not to lend the shares out, which will increase the short squeeze, which means that down the road, these hedge funds are going to have to buy it back, and that's going to kick it up even more in price. So there's a lot of discussion here about how, that what this started out as a few days ago is that people liked the metrics of this stock. And then here's Jim Cramer making fun of them. We like this stock. And that's kind of the meme rallying cry. But you have Elon Musk talking about it. You have essentially everyone talking about it. And then people are posting their individual positions. A lot of people, after the huge amount of discussion last night, went in. And that, I think, instigated, as you can see here, another doubling. And if the volatility is really quite high, I think it was like a 10% premium for one that ends like in a few days, which the implied volatility on that must be like over 1,000. But still, for people that are into the bullishness of this stock and seeing what the actual potential movements are, it still seemed like a good value, and people that got in turned out to do fairly well.